ZZ is unavoidable, and it's gonna get you. Unless you use Roux. Alright, so originally this was a completely different video. It was a response to all of the major anti-ZZ arguments that were made by Jaden McNeil, Kian Manser, JPerm, but I've put that video to the side because it's going to be irrelevant very soon. See, all the people I just mentioned, they all made the same mistake. They didn't even attempt to future-proof their videos. I did, but I made a bigger mistake. I procrastinated. I gathered all of my information in 2022, scripted the video in 2023, and I was editing it in 2024. I can't future-proof that video anymore because it's very hands-on with step comparisons, and those are going to go out the door very soon. As CFOP evolves, it's drawn in a lot of tricks from other methods. ZBL from, Petrus, ZB, ZZ, whatever you want to say. Block building for X crosses, that's from Petrus. EO controllers and partial ZBLS, that's from ZB. And now it's trending towards EO cross, and that's from ZZ. Likewise, ZZ has become more CFOP-like. EO line fell out of favour for EO cross. We traded a part of the method's identity to improve on the speed, the same thing that CFOP has been doing. Although no one said that it's encroached on CFOP's identity, people just have double standards for that. I don't know, man, I'm angry. The thing is, I wanted to make a ZZ defense video so that I could better argue with random people on the internet. But there's no point in having that argument in the first place if the best option is neither of them. I'm not saying Roux's the best option either. This is all about layer-based methods. The answer to CFOP versus ZZ is not CFOP, and it's not ZZ. Let's be honest, top-level CFOP is really far from being C, F, O, and P. It's usually an X-cross, then you'll have F2L, then some kind of option select. Sometimes you'll see a VLS, or some other OLS like winter variation. Sometimes you get ZBLS, or sometimes it'll just be a regular last slot. And then your last layer could be anything. It could be OLL PLL, it could be EO ZBLL, it could be an already forced ZBLL from last slot, it could be OLL CP into EPLL. And we're not going to get any closer to plain old CFOP. Yiheng is already the closest we have to that. But modern CFOP is X-Cross, F2L, something last layer, sometimes some of it solved during F2L, who knows. Okay, where am I going? What's my point? The people up there are trying to plan 3 F2L pairs. That's equivalent in difficulty to EO Cross plus 2 F2L pairs. The difference then is 1 CFOP pair, or maybe ZBLS, or maybe OLS, into a 2 or sometimes 1 look last layer versus 2 ZZ pairs and a 1 look last layer. The difference between these two, in my humble honest opinion, is style. It's a stylistic preference and also a choice that could be made during inspection based off the scramble, based off of what looks better. It's not that far ahead. You're looking at the same thing in cross, just take the EO into account a little bit. These methods are converging at a rapid rate. Petrus has long ago been absorbed into CFOP, and now CFOP's eating away at ZZ too, which is another way to say, ZZ is going to mainstream, baby. Okay, look, I got beaten to this punch by both Bill and Miller and Dr. JT, and I'm not going to pretend like I have too much to add that is completely unique that they haven't already said. One of these people reconned Yiheng's world record average for like half an hour while discussing the viability of EO cross for top CFOP solvers. One of them posted basically a dissertation on method convergence. But let it be known, I have long since argued to consider these methods two sides of the layer coin, two stylistic differences, two preferences that could be leaned into by different solvers depending on what they prefer, or choices that could be made during inspection. I was just too lazy to post the damn video. And yeah, okay, so that video I mentioned at the start, the defense of ZZ, it's half edited, kind of half baked. Let me know if you would be interested in seeing it anyway, even if it is a moot point nowadays. But it is fascinating now that as CFOP evolves, it is becoming ZZ because of that higher TPS cap that you get from having no rotations and just having slight grip shifts between R and L, the look-ahead benefits from having EO solved, the things we were told were irrelevant, they're finally coming back in CFOP as I wanted to take advantage of them. TLDR, CFOP and ZZ are dying out in favour of layer method, and Roux is just going to keep being Roux. Furthermore, Yiheng should switch to ZZ. My name is Swagwood Cubing, please give me money. Here is a list of people that have already given me money. Mint.